The goal of this exercise is to understand how to change the parameters of a virtual synthesizer. Step 1. Open the song session Like the Rain. It is one of the demo songs that comes with the Studio One program, so you won't be downloading it from the Hal Leonard servers. Click on Demos and Tutorials on Studio One's start screen, and then click on Loretta, Like the Rain to open the session. Do a Save As with the file name Like the Rain Remix wherever you are saving the exercise songs. Step 2. Close the console by clicking on the Mix button in the lower right-hand corner. Step 3. Click on the keyboard icon on the left side of the Studio Grand track to open the Presence Virtual Synthesizer window. The Presence Synthesizer is a sample player that reads PreSonus sound sets or sound font files. The samples are played through filters and onboard effects. Notice how the same window serves all the synthesizers in this session, and that these can be accessed by clicking on the different tabs along the top. Each time you click on the keyboard icon in a track, its corresponding synth plugin parameters will pop open here. The amp section has two envelope generators, one to control changes in amplitude for each note that is played on the synthesizer, and another for pitch and filter cutoff modulation. There are also two low-frequency oscillators, one LFO for pitch, filter, and amplifier modulation, and another dedicated to vibrato. Remember that humans only hear down to around 20 Hz, so these low-frequency oscillators are not meant to generate tones, but rather to modify the higher frequency signals the synthesizer generates. The control for the amplitude section's envelope generator are labeled A, D, S, R. An envelope is generated each time a key is pressed down on the keyboard. The A controls the speed of the attack, the time it takes after pressing a key down for the sound to reach its maximum volume. The S sets the sustain level, which is the volume level the note drops down to after it has reached its maximum. The D sets the amount of time the volume takes to drop down to the sustain level, where it is held constant until the key is released. R sets the amount of time the note takes to turn off after the key is released. Step 4. Solo the Studio Grand track. Turn snap mode on to make it easy to set a loop around bars 33 to 49. Create a less sustained piano sound by lowering the sustain level and reducing the decay time. Now the notes will decay faster and drop to a lower sustain level. Step 5. Solo the Studio Grand and Saw synth tracks. Both tracks are playing the same notes. Try out other presets on the Saw synth track and find one you feel works well with the piano sound on the other track. After you've found a combination you like, unsolo the tracks and listen to the effect in context. Step 6. Solo the section strings track. Turn the filter on, turn the cutoff frequency down and reso up. The increased resonance will emphasize the cutoff frequency of the filter. Rotate the LFO knob to the left. It will increase and decrease the cutoff frequency for the filter around the value set by the cutoff knob. Turn sync on in the mod section and set the time to quarter notes so that the filter will open and close in time with the beat. Step 7. Unsolo the strings and solo the synth pad track. Change the loop to be between bars 57 to 73. Click on the Edit Effects to open the Effects panel for editing. Turn on the gate and try out some of the presets. This opens or closes a path for the audio to go through, like a gate lets you pass or not. After you've found a rhythm you like, choose the stereo option and deselect some of the boxes on the top and bottom so that the sound only passes from the left and right on one or more of the 16 subdivisions of the measure. In this pattern, the strings will pass through the left channel on subdivisions 1 through 3 and 13 through 15, and through the right channel on subdivisions 5, 7, 9, and 11. The Effects Mix knob works like the mix control in reverb plugins. It sets the balance between the affected wet sound and the dry, unprocessed signal. Experiment with the Effects Mix knob to find the right amount of pulsing for the track. Step 8. Turn off the gate and turn on pan. Activate sync and set the beat's length to half notes. Turn up the depth all the way for maximum effect. Now the notes will automatically pan across the stereo field twice a measure. Step 9. Solo the deep bass track and click on its keyboard icon to open the controls for the Mojito virtual synthesizer. Mojito is a monophonic subtractive synthesizer. Try out some of the presets by clicking on the left and right arrow buttons. Turn up the sub-oscillator to add some extra low end. The big knob controls the low-pass filter cutoff frequency, allowing you to make the sound duller or brighter. Adjust the ADSR controls like you did in Step 4 to make the notes decay faster or slower. Step 10. Copy and paste sections of the drum loop tracks. Make your own remix of the song, changing the present samples and modifying their settings. Make the song shorter or longer in length by deleting or repeating sections.
Empty words, echoes in my mind.